DAT hot market update is a little bit late this week. I apologize. Was traveling to the Houston truck show. Then there was like bad weather in Chicago. We couldn't land the plane. Got stuck in Kansas City. Then got back. My studio has no internet because I got hit by the storm. So I got to do it from my dispatch office where I do have internet. And I want to make sure you guys know where to send your trucks to this week to make the most money possible. Let's get into the DAT hot market update right now. Let's start off with diesel prices. Taking a look at it, they're $5.31 national average per gallon. That's a 3.51% increase from last week or the last update. That's not good. You know, fuel prices keep going up. You know, the rates are still good, but the fuel cannot go up much more because it's really going to cut into the profits. I was really hoping the fuel was going to keep on going down. Like we had like a 9-week run when the fuel kept going down. And then obviously we had the stuff going on with Iran again. So of course, you know, it's going to be fear mongering and they're going to try to raise the fuel prices on us right now. But it is what it is. The rates look like they're still good, but this is the update for the fuel. Dry van national average rate per mile is still over $3 at $3.03. So if you're staying in good areas, you definitely should be doing around the 340, 350 mark average per mile. So that's a good sign. Obviously the fuel did go up a little bit, so we got to be more cautious on the freight we take, and we got to keep on taking a little bit more better RPM to make sure we cover the fuel cost, but still not bad for dry vans right now, over $3. There's a lot of good hot areas. We're going to go over them today, so make sure you stay in them to make the most money. And of course, my favorite of flatbeds, $3.66 national average rate per mile. Ton of good areas, especially in the south. Make sure you keep this average up. You still should be averaging around $4 a mile, in my opinion, with the flatbeds, as long as you're, you know, staying in good areas, negotiating good. So many hot spots for the flatbeds that, you know, don't take no cheap freight. Unless you take really good money going into like a crappy area, then take cheaper money going back down. But right now the flatbeds are still holding strong, so that's good. Refrigerated, don't really care, but just so you guys know, they're $3.44 national average rate per mile, and that's gonna be the first and last thing that we talk about the refrigerated, unfortunately. Just not what I do. Don't want to blow smoke up your asses. Now, before we get into the market update, as always, make sure if you don't have DAT, what are you doing? Go to my description, go to bobbylowe's.com/offers. Get the new program, 10% off for the first 12 months. Hook yourself up. And if you already have DAT, you know the drill, man. Stop being cheap. Upgrade to the market conditions package at least. So that way you don't got to depend on me to watch these videos every week. You can do your own research. So don't wait. Get DAT. It's definitely a must-have if you're doing dry vans, refrigerated, normal flats and stops, in my opinion, as well. You know, besides that, if you're doing other stuff, God knows. But if you don't have DAT and you watch this show, that means you're doing these types of equipment. So don't wait. Grab it. Let's take a look at the bird's eye view of the dry vans from previous day. It's looking pretty damn good. If you take a look at the map, a lot of red areas. That means there's a lot of good areas. I mean, just because it's red does not mean it's hot, but if you just take a look over this map, it looks pretty healthy. So we're gonna go over and try to find some areas that are maybe don't look hot, but they are hot, to make sure you guys send your dry vans to the best places to make the most money. And obviously we're gonna go over the hot markets, make sure they're still hot. So let's get into that right now. Let's start off with Chicago, since, you know, that's where I'm pretty much at. We're gonna take a look at everything. We're gonna look at north side of Chicago. It is looking like over 7,000 loads, 975 trucks. Southern Chicago, almost 5,000 loads, 713 on the trucks. We'll do a quick search, make sure there is good freight out there. Milwaukee looks like it's decent, over 2,500 loads, 239 on the trucks. Appleton, Wisconsin, about the same as Milwaukee. About time, I know like with Green Bay, Appleton has been slacking a little bit, so it's good they're picking up. Western Michigan looks pretty decent too, with almost 3,500 loads, 339 on the trucks. Fort Wayne's looking good too, man. 2,600 loads, 143 trucks. Indianapolis looks like it's smoking, so we probably don't even have to run the loads from there because it is probably going to be doing really good. Columbus, Ohio, smoking, almost 5,000 loads, 427 on the trucks. Cleveland, almost 6,000 loads, 363 on the trucks. Again, not 100% accurate, but cut the loads in half, double or triple the truck count, then you're going to see like what position you stand in. These are all really good numbers, in my opinion, so far. Pittsburgh, my Midwest, don't care what you say. Over 3,000 loads, 235 on the trucks. It looks like Louisville's doing decent as well. 2,872 loads, 216 trucks. So that's not bad. Lexington, Kentucky doing pretty decent as well. Almost 2,600 loads, 176 trucks. And St. Louis doing pretty good as well. Over 3,200 loads and 238 trucks. Let's check a couple of these markets in the Midwest, see which ones, you know, are decent. Let's check out Chicago, because Chicago is usually a tough one because there's a lot of capacity and a lot of volume lately. So we'll take a look at that. We'll probably check out Western Michigan, make sure that's good for you. Indy, Columbus, Cleveland, there's no point in checking that. That's going to be decent as well. And then we'll keep on going to the rest of the map. And let's look at Chicago. Just glancing at it, it looks really good. So we're going to check it out. O'Hare to Grand Blanc, Michigan. How many miles is that total? 306 miles, 569 on the miles, 1850 on the rate. Broker got good credit, no crazy notes. It means it's a good load. It's a short run, but who cares? You're gonna get it done next day. 1850 on a load. Carlisle, PA to Bensonville, $5 a mile. Let's see, no crazy notes. Delivery 6 to 7 p.m. But even so, it's a team, so we're gonna just pass on this one. Almost $5 a mile to New Stanton, PA out of Pleasant Prairie. My favorite broker, TQL. So you're looking at here, loads late. I mean, it's still pretty good, and it's going not too far away from Pittsburgh either. So you're gonna be in a good area for $5 a mile. Then out of there, you're gonna get another good load. I mean, we could keep on searching, dude. Look, Austell, Georgia, out of Elwood, 350K cargo, so we won't look at that one. Cincinnati, $2,200, drop trailer delivery. This is why you gotta check your notes, man, because something looks good until it's not. Fort Pierce, Florida. That's a little too south of me in Florida, but $431 a mile. We're not negotiating, but it is 1 pick, 3 drops, so definitely gonna pass on that one. Concord, North Carolina, no comments, $427 a mile, $3,200 if you got a team, because that is a team load. But, you know, going to Atlanta right here, 2910, $406 a mile, no crazy notes. Convoy Marketplace, that's a DAT product. I actually got to sign up for that, check it out. It's supposed to be really good. I've been snoozing on it. I will get it done to see, because I guess there's a lot more opportunities with brokers to get consistent freight. So actually, I'm going to make a video about that soon. But this is a good load, $4.06 a mile from Chicago to Atlanta, from one good market to another. Definitely, if you're in Chicago, this is without even negotiating. This is 5 o'clock p.m. on a Tuesday. So if this was during business hours or now, if you call them and negotiate, they're going to pay you more money. So I definitely think it's safe for you to be in Chicago with your dry van for sure. Western Michigan, Grand Rapids area looks super good. I mean, not super good, not as good as Chicago, but if you got really good money going in there, you're definitely going to get a load way above national average rate per mile. I mean, just looking at here, you know, like 359 to PA, I wouldn't do that. But then if you got 394 mile, $1,500 on 381 miles to Wisconsin Dells, then you're going to get a decent load out of Wisconsin. I mean, 398 a mile to Bethel, PA. I think you're going to get more, you know what I mean? But just looking at it, 430 a mile, Grand Rapids to Washington Courthouse. 349 on the miles, $1,500 from one decent area to a really good area. So if you got good money going into Michigan and you are going to get way above national average rate per mile, like coming out of there. So I think it's a decent area, especially if you snatch something, like I said, you know, that was paying really well going in there. So taking a look at the freight there, I would not, you know, hesitate to send a truck there if I was getting good money for sure. That's going to do it for the Midwest. Let's get into the East. I'm not going to be searching no lows on the East Coast. We already know the drill, what's going on over there. This video is already at over 7 minutes. I got to speed it up a little bit. I got a lot of stuff to do. Plus, I don't feel comfortable recording here because it's looking pretty good. But I like my office, my studio office a lot better because everything I have, like, you know, how I like it. But, you know, East Coast, it is what it is, man. So if you take really good money going in there, grab it. Then take cheaper loads going down south, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. But you get really good money going in. So Pittsburgh is Midwest. We're not going to go over that. A huge volume in Harrisburg Market, Central PA. Scranton, PA got a lot of volume. Northern New Jersey, huge volume. Again, just because they got a lot of volume, that means there's going to be a lot of loads, so you could pick, right? So that's good. But the rates are not going to be what they, you know, the crazy rates. They're going to be like cheap rates that you take to get out of there and get to another hot area. So again, make sure you get really good money going in there, but do not be scared, because usually, like if it's dead over there, you're going to take, you know, good money going in there, but you're going to be stuck because you can't find a load. But that's not the case. There's a lot of volume there. So you are going to get a load out of there, but remember, it's going to be cheap. So make sure you get a lot of money there, and then it's going to, you know, you're going to go back and it's going to, you know, make a good average for you. So North New Jersey, great. Philadelphia, a lot of volume as well. Maryland, Baltimore is looking pretty decent. There's usually some actually decent paying freight out of Baltimore. Richmond, Virginia is looking all right. 2,100 loads, 152 trucks, and Roanoke Market almost 3,000 loads and 122 trucks. So again, if you go east, get a crap load of money, and it doesn't matter if you take cheap money going out of there because it's going to average out to be good, and that's the update for the East Coast. Southern states, again, we're not going to be searching everything. I'm just going to go over, check the markets for you, make sure they're good. So once we get into Charlotte market, it is looking pretty good. 4,300 loads, 432 trucks. Again, you are going to get a decent rate out of there. Just be patient. There's enough volume. Atlanta, Georgia, still huge volume, almost 7,000 loads. 677 on the trucks. Memphis, you're going in there, you're getting a bag out of there that, you know, we all know what's going on. Arkansas kind of slowed down a little bit, but still looks halfway decent. Dallas, Texas, still huge volume. Houston, still huge volume. Northern Louisiana cooled down a little bit. New Orleans cooled down a little bit as well. Central Alabama is showing pinkish. I don't trust that. That's going to be a good market. You're going to go in there. Right now, I would say stay out of southern Georgia and Florida right now. I just don't trust it. Orlando's showing red. That don't mean shit. False reds all the time. Jacksonville showing blue already. Not a lot of volume, not a lot of capacity. Definitely wouldn't trust that. So that's the update for the South right now. West Coast, I hate it, but so many of you guys like it. So look, Seattle, Portland showing red hot. Don't do it. 1,500 loads, 116 trucks for that big ass area. That's not a lot of volume, not a lot of capacity. 2,000 loads showing in Seattle, 139 trucks. Again, I would not trust it. Northern California, I'm not going to search it. If you guys are doing it, search it on your own. I don't trust it either. Los Angeles might be the only market with over 7,000 loads, 473 trucks. And next to it, Ontario, over 4,700 loads, 489 trucks. That market is good. Phoenix is showing red. But again, you know, it's a big area. It's one of those sketchy places. For sure, I can tell you if you're going to go to LA, you are going to get a decent load coming out of there, way above national average rate per mile. But then remember, you have to take really good money, because if you're going to go for, you know, the next good market out of there is like Dallas will probably be the closest, Kansas City, maybe Arkansas. So if you take cheap money going that far, it's going to mess up your RPM for the whole week. And that's your update for the West Coast. And now we get into the flatbeds. Look at this beautiful map. Red everywhere, so many hot areas. I mean, it's like super hard to really mess stuff up with the flatbeds right now, unless you go west, you know what I mean? Maybe as far as Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, stuff like that. Besides those states, I really love staying east of the Mississippi. Just take a look at this beauty right here. You're pretty much gonna go any place and you're gonna make decent money. You definitely should be averaging at about $4 per mile, if not more. Maybe a little bit less depending on a week. You know, if you get a little bit more miles, good girls, but the flatbeds are still cooking. Let's get into it. Start with Chicago. What do we got going on? Over 2,300 loads, 117 trucks. South Chicago looks like it kind of took a hit, but we will search Chicago because I want to know what's going on here. Wisconsin, right now, I wouldn't trust it. No volume, no capacity really. Neither Appleton, Green Bay, nor Milwaukee, I wouldn't trust it. Western Michigan right now, I probably wouldn't trust it that much either. It's showing 1,246 loads, 56 trucks. Those numbers just do not excite me, so I probably wouldn't risk it. Indianapolis, you know, similar numbers with 1,600 loads and 63 trucks, but I would trust Indianapolis a lot better. And then Cleveland looks pink, 1,552 loads, 99 trucks. Cleveland, I can tell you, is pretty decent. I was there today. I got a good paying load, about 3,000 loads, 72 trucks. Pittsburgh, also my Midwest, over 2,000 loads, 75 trucks. So, you know, capacity is very low. Volume is halfway decent. Pittsburgh, you should do good. Then if we're going to look at the Louisville market, 1,400 loads, 34 trucks. And then West Virginia, man, 1,000 loads, 51 and 32 trucks. I was in West Virginia yesterday. I did get a pretty decent load, but it was very short. So I was not too excited about that. So right now, I probably wouldn't go to West Virginia at the moment. But if we take a look at St. Louis to finish off the Midwest, we're at over 2,000 loads and 40 trucks. So let's see Chicago, and then let's also see Columbus, because I think Columbus might be a false alarm here. I think it might be halfway decent. So let's get into that right now. Well, search Chicago really quick. Results, limit reach. That means there's a lot of freight. A bunch of shit paying pretty decent, but let's see if there's any good areas. Oak Creek to Houston. 8,000, yeah, wide, oversized. So you got to read the note. Iowa, don't want to go there. No, thank you. We might have to go down a little bit because all these are pretty high RPMs. North Dakota, no way. Chicago to Cleveland, nothing crazy. Oh, 10 oversized, wide, 10 feet wide. You see, that's why I got to keep reading them. A lot of good paying loads to a lot of crappy areas, but don't want to go there. Maryville, Indiana, right by Chicago, not too far from my house. No crazy notes. 426 a mile, 315 on the miles. And that one pays $1,500. That's not bad at all. You're going from one, you know, decent area to a better area. Mark, that's the same loads. Columbus, South Dakota, no way. South Dakota, no way. Detroit, probably wouldn't want to go there. Sauk Village to Cincinnati, no crazy notes, $1,200, $4 a mile. Like, you know, you're not going to get crazy miles for a lot of money out of Chicago, but you are going to get over national average rate per mile to another decent or better area. So that's good. You know, like you got to play with these flatbeds a little bit. You know, don't just take more miles for cheap money. Do a little bit shorter runs, man. Just because you might make $1,200 one day, but when you get to Cincinnati, you're going to make a lot more, right, for another short run. So that's kind of what I do. I bounce around like shorter runs. RPMs, and then end of the week, I do like a gross pad load. So I end up in a good area and then take like lots of thousands at the end of the week to make sure they hit, as close to 10,000 minimum a week as possible. A lot of times we'll come back to Chicago end of the week and we'll put together some LTL freight and send them down south. That's been working really good too. So if you're in Chicago with a flatbed, I think you'll be all right. As long as you take a short run to a better area, you're gonna get a decent RPM out of here. Columbus, Ohio, let's check it out. Is it a false bad market or what's going on here? So far we searched it up. There is some freight going here. So you got like Mansfield, Ohio to Pittsburgh, PA, 170-mile run, $1,200. Extra picks, extra drops. We're gonna pass on that. $468 a mile to York, PA, 467 miles. That's not bad, but it's a little bit, it's not bad. $2,600 for that short amount of miles, but then you're gonna have to take a cheap load out of there, you know what I mean? So let's see if we can find a load going to a decent area. Franklin, Ohio to Carroll Stream, Illinois, $1,650, no crazy notes, $406 a mile, $318 on the miles, and we've seen what the loads are paying out of there to this market. So if you just do a round trip like that, you're gonna be averaging way over $4 RPM with the flatbed, so you're already gonna be ahead of the game. The gross might not be the craziest, but it doesn't mean you gotta drive a lot. The less you drive, better RPM, the better profit's gonna be, less wear and tear, less fuel, all that shit. So let's keep looking. Newark, New Jersey, $378 a mile, not gonna go there. See, like Franklin, Ohio to Clinton, Tennessee, right? No crazy notes. It is some coils, $360 a mile. It's only 273 miles, but yeah, 360 is still good, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna go to a really hot area, you're gonna get a really good load out of there. So that's something I would look into. I would definitely take that load. If I had a driver there, for sure, dude. So just looking at Cleveland, Columbus, searching the loads. I think if you got good money going in there, I'd feel comfortable going in there, and I'm still gonna get a decent load going to a better area out of there, because Columbus is close to a lot of good areas. So I would definitely say you get good money, I would go there for sure. Flatbed East Coast, man. Here's the scoop. I'm going to tell you straight up right now. If you're going to go East Coast, don't go to Mass, don't go to Maine, don't go to New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all that shit. Stay in Central PA, stay in Western PA, stay in Jersey, stay in Philly, right? But make sure you get stupid money going in there so you can take a cheap load going down south. The volumes are pretty decent coming out of there. Nothing too crazy, but there is loads. But again, get good money going in there. Now, if you get into like Maryland's been having some decent freight out of there. I've been having good luck. So if you get good money going into Maryland, you're going to get a decent money coming out of Maryland. Richmond, Virginia, and Roanoke, Virginia. Roanoke has been halfway decent as well. So that's the update for the East Coast. We're not going to search them. We already know what the deal is. Get good money going in, take cheap money going out. The volume is there in those areas. Just stay away from these states I mentioned, because I'm telling you, you're going to take some good money going to Mass or Connecticut. And then you're going to get there and you're going to be like, holy shit, dude, you want to just shoot yourself because it's so hard to get a load and they're so cheap. It's absolutely aggravating. Save yourself the headache. Just don't do it. Flatbeds in the south, okay, we already know they're hot. I'm not going to search the markets. We know what's going on. It was supposed to be a short video. I'm editing as I go. First time ever I've done this. We're already at over 17 minutes for the video. Absolutely nuts. But we all know Charlotte is good. You can take a look at this. Atlanta is going to be good. A lot of volume. Mississippi, Alabama, Dallas, Houston, Memphis, money bags. I mean, Arkansas, the only thing I can tell you is Arkansas, stay out of Northwest Arkansas. I went there, I got a couple decent loads, but I had to go east with them, like the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area. Try to stay like in Conway, Hot Springs, Little Rock area. That's where the bus freight's gonna be. The closer to Memphis you get, the better it's gonna be over there in Arkansas. So, that's the update for the South. I might as well just, go to the West Coast since we're doing this now. Phoenix, I don't trust it. LA looks decent with the numbers. Let's just search LA just to see. I wouldn't trust anything Northwest with the flatbeds. Again, something like the Northeast up there, Connecticut, Mass, just don't do it. You might get crazy money going in there, but even like, it's not even crazy money, because if you go this many miles, they're still trying to pay maybe mid to upper threes, maybe $4 if you're lucky, if it's like 2,000 miles plus. And then is that worth it? Because you're going to be at a $4, RPM, but then coming out of there 2,000 miles, you're going to be lucky if you get like $3, whatever it is. So let's search LA, see what that looks like. The rest of the stuff I don't recommend. You want to do it, knock yourself out, but then don't complain to me that you went out there and got stuck. Los Angeles flatbed, let's check it out. Just looking at it, there's a lot of good paying loads, man. A lot of good paying loads, but they're all going to like New Mexico, Washington, Nevada, Oregon, California local, all like $6 plus. Let's see how long it's going to take us to find a load that's, going to a decent area. I don't have time to edit this. I'll do like some funny music as I'm searching it to speed it up, but unfortunately, you're going to stay with me. We're going to look together. We're scrolling. So far, all shitty areas, dude. Nothing good. We're already at $4.90 per mile. No good areas. Colorado, California, Arizona. Oh, Texas, Odessa, decent. 461 a mile. No crazy notes. Whittier, California. Oh, I know a guy from Whittier. Whittier, California, Odessa, Texas. Landstar, not a big fan of Landstar, but whatever, it is what it is. 461 a mile, 1,046 miles. Out of Odessa, you can take a short run at Dallas, Houston. Even though it doesn't pay the bus, you're still going to do good. And your RPM is going to be pretty good. Spokane, Washington, I hate Spokane, Washington, ruined my life and made my life both at the same time, so whatever, can't complain about it. Look at that, we're already scrolling so far down, all crappy areas, man. Like literally all crappy areas. Yeah, this video is going to be way too long. Way too long. El Paso, Texas, man. El Paso is a little bit far from any areas. 397 a mile. I mean, if I had to take it, I probably would. Goldsmith, Texas, where the hell is that? That's over there, not too far from El Paso, closer to Midland. 390 a mile, 4,300 bucks, 1,085 miles. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Oshkosh, Wisconsin, not the greatest area. No crazy notes. 378 a mile, 7,800 bucks. I mean, you won't be that far from Chicago, but then you're going to be averaging 378 a mile, but you are doing over 2,000 miles. That might be a good option. Utah, no. Gardendale, Texas. Where is Gardendale, Texas? That's by Midland over there too. So that one is 374 a mile. Like, you see what I mean? Like, there's so many loads that pay really good, but they're going just from, you know, there to like a really bad area. Look how far down you go, and you're already like, to go to a good area, you're probably closer to like 350 a mile. You know, maybe if you go to Texas, you're still gonna mess up your RPM if you're like by El Paso, Midland. So like, you know, I mean, is it really worth going all the way to LA and then come back for 350 or under that many miles to a good area when you can take shorter runs and average $4 plus a mile with your RPM? Personally, that's why I don't do it. I don't like it, but it's your decision. You're the dispatcher or the owner operator or whatever you're doing to book the loads. Your choice, do what you want. So much for a short video. I apologize that the video was late. I usually drop it on Sundays or Mondays the latest. I was in Houston for the truck show. Like I said, Chicago had bad weather. We got stuck flying in the air in Chicago, then they had to fly us to Kansas City because the plane was running out of fuel. Then I had to drive from Kansas City here. The storm messed up my internet at my studio, so I couldn't do it. And today's internet's still out, so I had to do it from the dispatch office where I work at. So sorry about the delay, but as always, thank you for watching. If you don't have DAT, what are you doing? Go to my description, go to bobbylowe's.com/offers, 10% off for the first 12 months with my link. If you already have it, don't be a cheapie, bro. Just pay the extra $100. You use it one time to find a good market, look at the market conditions, search the markets you want to go into. That right there, you're going to make way more than 100 on your first load that you make up for. And you're going to save even more than that by not going to a shitty market. So get DAT, man, get the market conditions as the middle pack. I believe it's $249 a month. Go check it out. And again, if you don't have it, that's the only way I get any credit for it. If you already do have it, I keep on telling you, but I don't get nothing for it. I'm just telling you, do it for yourself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.